Yo, what's up, everybody? We are live, y'all. We are live. We have showed up on your timeline. We have showed up on your news feed. Y'all know what time it is. It is the first Tuesday of the month. So what we're gonna do right now, y'all, we're gonna get our followers, our views up. We're gonna make sure that we're streaming on the right platforms that we need to be streaming on. And y'all, we're gonna cut to the chase. We're gonna cut to the chase. So let me just make sure on my end that we're good. I see we good on Facebook. I see one live viewer. What's up, y'all? What is up? Talk to us in the comments. Leave something. I'm gonna kick it over to Dr. Anna and Warren. What's up, y'all? What is up?
Whew, I know me personally, a lot has been up, but God is still good. I'm excited to kick off this topic today, and I'm ready to dive a little deep.
Let's go. Let's go.
Yeah, bro, I'm excited over here. You feel me? It's definitely been a long day, but the Lord, like Anna said, is still good. Still good. And I'm happy to be a part tonight. Yo, what's good, Danita? I see you.
One of our faithfuls. One of our faithfuls. Let me just pop your comment up there, Sister Danita. Let me just pop you up there. Thank you for joining us today. We sharing right now. Again, you all, welcome to Bible Study After Dark. I said again, like I said it before, this is my first time saying it. So welcome to Bible Study After Dark. We are coming to you every first and every every first and third Tuesday of the month. So again, we are here again, a faithful group of people. I just want to shout out to my co-host, Dr. Anna. I'm gonna call it Dr. Warren. Hey, I just might be prophesying for your future, man. Dr. Anna, man, just to see her tonight and just to see the strength that the Lord has given her. Like, I can only give glory to God. So we are definitely loving on you, Dr. Anna, loving on your family. I mean, you put it on social media, so I think it's public news. But we are definitely lifting up the family. Like, God can do what He said He can do. Right?
Amen. Amen. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no doubt. And Warren, thank you, brother, for chiming in, man. I ain't gonna bust my boy out, bro. I think my boy was kind of dozing off earlier a couple hours. I ain't gonna tell y'all where we was at.
But I was woke, bro. On me, I was woke. But there's just a point, bro, where I get to, like, especially like in school settings, bro. You know what I'm saying? Put my own self out there, where I just start, you know what I'm saying, just vibing. You know, I be getting in this like chill mode. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, after a long work day. And last time I was in school, I wasn't working like this. So, you know what I'm saying? It's an adjustment.
I got you. So yeah, let's cut to the chase, man. We shared, we got the word out. People will come in when they do. But tonight, y'all, we started a new series we're starting a new series called Cancel Culture. If you've been following us at any time, y'all, we went through church clothes, and church clothes was super good. Got a great following. Got some great interactions, and y'all, we are moving on from church clothes to cancel culture. And tonight, we'll be defining cancel culture on the third Tuesday. I believe Dr. Anna is touching on what if God canceled you? What if God canceled us? That could still be in the works a little bit, because I know she's a great studier. So ain't no telling what Dr. Anna gonna give us. You know what I'm saying? And as well as my brother Warren, he got something in the works too. I don't want to drop titles because I could be wrong. God could be giving them something else. But tonight we're going to deal with defining cancel culture. And if anybody knows that cancel culture has been the big talk, I'm talking about big talk of our town, big talk of our social media platforms, in the mainstream media. And as we're going to find out later on today, cancel culture has been a part of our lives forever. You know what I'm saying? It's been a part of our lives forever. It's been very subtle, but we'll see how it's been publicized and has been broadened to a different, to a whole nother thing, right? So I'm going to take the lead out tonight. I got my co-host with me. You know, I'm going to try to feedback off of them, but let's really dive into what cancel culture is, y'all. What is cancel culture? And so it actually has two names. It has cancel culture and it has call out culture. So cancel culture and call out culture, and it's a form of ostracism. And when I first saw ostracism, I'm like, you know what? Let me break this word down. Let me define what ostracism really is. So ostracism has to do with excluding someone from a society or from a group. Excluding someone. So when we deal with cancel culture, it's this modern form of ostracism, right? So in which someone is thrust out of social or professional circles, whether it be online or on social media or in person. So this is something else I want to pull out. So the rise of cancel culture and the idea of canceling someone has a somewhat of a familiar pattern, right? It has some of this flow that when you see it, you know that's cancel culture, right? So a celebrity or a public figure does or says something offensive, then the call out starts, right? So you do something offensive, then this call out starts. So that is the purpose of the call out is to effectively end their career or their cultural influence. When I read that, I was like, oh my God, that's the motive behind cancel culture?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
wow, I saw y'all that y'all kind of like agree with that. Like, what is that? What does that say to you? Like, I want to end their career and I wanted to revoke their cultural influence.
And you got to think about it. Like, it used to be like somebody had to do something egregious, right? So it was worthy in our book of like fully canceling everything you have done. It's like, I ain't just gonna cancel this movement. I need to pull your whole catalog of music, right? I need to take down every work that you have done, right? Because it was that egregious. That was your punishment. Now people can make one off the wall comment, or somebody can take a comment out of context. And then now I'm like, well, wait a second. Like, did that warrant actually being canceled? Did that warrant ending your entire career in every single thing you have done?
Wow. So cancel culture wants it all. You
They
know what
want
I'm
it all.
saying?
They ain't even nothing. I'm like,
oh,
listen, if they can go to your firstborn and your lastborn and cancel them too, they'll try it.
oh my God. It's deep. Yo, Warren, you got some on that? Any thoughts?
They it's just crazy. It's how like people don't really think about like the effects. They just hop on the bandwagon, bro. Like they just see not for everybody. There's some people who like no matter what gonna happen, like they not gonna get touched. You know what I'm saying? Like we see right now, Dave Chappelle, one of the top heads in cancel culture, and even though they try, like that man ain't going nowhere. You know, so there's some people who even though cancel culture tries, they ain't going to get touched. But then there's those whose literally livelihoods, like you know what I'm saying, like family supports, like they bread, they daily, you know what I'm saying, functionality, gigs, careers, just all through the window. Cause a couple people, you know what I'm saying, want to be like, nah, and then this whole wave just starts. Everybody just hopping on like, yeah. You remember 20 years ago when he tweeted back and we saw this, you know, they go all crazy with it.
Come on, bro. That's, man, it's crazy. And I brought out some interesting pieces. And also, Warren, you just alluded to it, like that this cancel culture affects their money.
Yes.
Like their very money. Like it's amazing. And I'm just reminded of when Colin Kaepernick,
yeah.
when he took the knee, like I'm talking about his money. Like I know he did it for legit reasons, but like him being off the team and like you know what I'm saying, all of that stuff is just it's crazy, right? It's crazy.
Yeah.
But let's kind of chop it up some more. So we've literally made a culture out of this, y'all. A legit culture out of canceling people, out of just removing people out of our circle, removing them out of our zones. We made a culture of it. But before we go too far left and go too far right, let's first establish that some of the reasons of cancel culture, they are real life issues, y'all. They are real life, authentic issues. They are really traumatic, right? They are really life altering. So you might hear us talking about cancel culture, and we're not trying to make light of it. So let's first kind of like set that tone right now. And if any topics that we talk about that trigger you, you know what I'm saying? We will respectfully, if you have to go, we totally understand that, right? Totally understand that because um I just got an email. I'm sorry, things thinking off confusing. But when we deal with cancel culture, sometimes it is sexual type of things involved with that. It is racial, could be your spirituality. It could be like any of that. So if you have to get off, we totally understand. But I believe, and I know Dr. Anna Warren believes also that as we go through this topic, like I believe some healing is going to take place. You know what I'm saying? Like, what if God canceled us? What if I cancel myself? And whatever topic, you know what I'm saying, that comes to mind for our presenters, like I believe God has some healing for this. Of course, you know what I'm saying? We're young people, we're on this platform, but at the end of the day, we're Christians and we are ambassadors for the gospel. We are ambassadors for healing and deliverance. So, like, we want that to be the tone as well for cancel culture as well. So, let's get it, y'all. Let's get it. And I don't really have too much after this. So now that we have somewhat of a working definition of what cancel culture is, let's dive into it some more. So let me just pick the brain of my co-host real quick. If any of you, and I'll share mine afterwards. Has any of you ever had to cancel someone? And if so, have you committed to that cancellation or have you forgiven the offense?
Woo, you're trying to go deeper on this here tonight. Woo. I would say, yes, I've had to cancel some people. I remember back here a few years ago, I canceled quite a few people because they were more detrimental to my emotional health. Like they were draining me. And like my family and stuff can tell, and they're like, what's going on here with this? So I did. I canceled them, right? And it's been here recently over the last few months, maybe even a year, where we actually sat down and had a conversation about it. But I was still like, you can't come back in my life in the way that you was. Like, I still love y'all, but kind of still from afar, right? So it's like, I forgave the offense, but your consequence to the offense still stands. So canceled in a sense, yeah. And that, you know, some people back in slightly, and others I'm like, you canceled and you just in an island by yourself. Ain't no revolving door there.
Yeah, I got you. What about you, bro?
I gotta define it for how I do it though. You know what I'm saying? Like when I cancel somebody, it's not as though like I'm not like going and broadcasting it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the person may not even know. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like on if I was on social media and I was
You
following
ghosting people,
somebody,
bro?
huh?
You ghosting people, bro?
Sometimes. Sometimes. For me, it's like it's an unfollow. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm no longer taking in your content. You know what I'm saying? So that means like you going out here, that means I'm going over there. You know what I'm saying? You hitting me up here, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, I'm cool on you right now. Like that's the type of vibe that I give off if I'm canceling somebody, for whatever reason, that I find, worthy of canceling them.
Okay. Appreciate y'all transparency because it's not easy to talk about canceling somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think it's really easy. What it may be easy for some Christians, it may be not. You know what I'm saying? With so many things coming behind Christian relationships and love and forgiveness and care and concern, it's like this is not a hard topic. So I really appreciate y'all transparency. For me, I definitely entertain the idea of cancel culture again. As we started off before, like cancel culture and this cutoff mentality, it doesn't have to be on a broad scale. It doesn't have to be on just the celebrity scale. Like I said, we've been doing this for years, legit. Like it's been going on forever. So I definitely entertained it. So for me in this particular relationship, man, I tried to keep up with the cancel cutoff mentality at maybe like 3 or 4 weeks, right? I tried to keep up with it. But then I started to feel myself heal from the offense, right? So what had took place, I thought of myself, started to feel myself heal. So and I was able to look at the situation from like a different vantage point, right? So the offense, of course, was real, it was solid, like I felt it, something happened, like yo, that wasn't cool. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, yo, this relationship, it got to go. But for me, it was hard to keep up with the cancel, right? It was like mentally hard to keep up with the cutoff. Cause like I think like I hate confrontation. Like legit, like I hate confrontation. I hate like being around somebody and my mind going like my mind just ain't clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have a clear conscience or anything like that. So I just felt myself like, yo, I cannot keep up. This is like this cancel stuff is too heavy for me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that that's just for me. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody else's traumatic situation was not like mine. So you know what I'm saying? I'm not telling anybody just to get over it in 2 hours or 3 weeks or 4 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not the case. But for some people out there like that are like me, sometimes you can't hold all that together. And I'm glad that we had different perspectives and different views of cancel culture, this cutoff mentality. So moving on, cancel culture has a lot to do with our personal convictions. Has a lot to do with our personal convictions. And again, tonight, y'all, we're just defining cancel culture. We're not getting in depth. I'll lay that to our great co-host that can do a great and wonderful job in regard to that. So we'll be surprised like how much cancel culture has been a part of our lives. And that's something I've been reiterating like on and on and on. And I think, and this is where we're going to create like some more discussion. I think this generation, including all ages, I'm not just talking about the young generation, I'm just talking about this point in time, whether you be 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. I think we've been coined as the sensitive generation. Like we've been coined very sensitive, and sensitive has such a negative connotation now, right along now, like super, super negative. Like when people throw out the word sensitive, like you borderline belittling somebody. You know what I'm saying? I don't think we really have that much respect for even for that word. But I believe what has heightened our sensitivity is awareness, right? Like this generation is more aware.
Oh yeah.
We are more knowledgeable of, you know what I'm saying, of what's happening and stuff like that. We have LGBTQIA awareness, right? We have a domestic violence awareness. We have racial equality awareness, and it's so much awareness going on. It's so many resources surrounding us, and with so much of it awareness going on, the opportunity to be educated is at our disposal.
Right.
It's literally right there for us. And I think cancel culture has gotten its strength from, yo, we got all of these resources around you. We have all of this education around you. And when you don't take the time to educate yourself, and when you take the time to willingly talk against these certain communities, we got every right to cancel you. You know what I'm saying? Like you haven't even taken the time to learn about us and to study us. And like when you have that and you don't use it, yo, you done. So let me ask this: is cancel culture a graceless culture?
Graceless.
Or is it an accountability culture?
I will venture to say part of it maybe started out as more accountability, but it has ventured. If I'm trying to take your entire career away from you, right? That's graceless, right? I didn't leave any room for grace if I'm canceling you in your career or anything else you stand for. I just took the opportunity of grace away.
That's good. That's good.
And especially if I'm going back 20 years, 15 years, and I'm dragging it, but I didn't leave room
Dig
for
it.
grace.
Wow.
I think it's like it's interesting because it's like it goes into a thought I had earlier about how like cancel culture I think has a lot of hate driving rather than love sharing. You know what I'm saying? Like it's it's just a lot of animosity, a lot of frustration. Like it's real easy to get caught up in all of that and then not remember grace. You know what I'm saying? Like it's real easy. Like especially like if I think back to like Mike Brown in St. Louis, like back in like 2015, 2014, like I, it was super easy to just get mad at everybody. Everybody. If you were a cop, obviously I'm mad at you. Like if you represented anything that was against that, it was super easy to hop on the bandwagon. And like that was a time we canceled police officers. You know,
Right.
like the black community, we canceled police officers. And I remember around that same time, I was walking back from a friend crib going to my campus, and a cop pulled me over while I was walking back. And he was like, "Hey, where you going?" Da 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 da. Da. I was like, "Oh, I'm just going back to campus." He was like, "You want to ride?" I was like, "Sure, sure." So I get in the car, and then he got to do his thing. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Escorting an African American male, about 20, da 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 da, back to their college campus, whatever. And then we start chopping it up. He was an alumni of my school, and we just
Oh,
started
wow.
talking or whatever. And at that point, my mind changed to like, first off, one, not everybody is like this. Two, like you have to do your research and homework into what it is you're actually canceling. Like, and
That's
then
good.
it's if you incorporate grace, you know what I'm saying, where sin abounds, grace abounds even more so. And so we were just talking about that earlier in class that like the conceptualization of grace is that there is no cup, bottle, pool, sea, ocean, world that can hold the amount of grace that there is, which means that there is nothing that one can do. I'm about to lean into somebody's topic. Hold on.
That's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
But there's nothing that somebody can do to be canceled, at least by God. And then if we go back to Tyler's point that we're ambassadors for Christ, should we be then canceling people? And then what is it? And that's like important. How are we defining who we're canceling?
That's
You know what I'm
good.
saying? And why we're canceling them. And then like if we cancel them, cutting them off completely, are we cutting them off from like the body of Christ then? You know what I'm saying? Like what are we truly cutting them off from, especially if we're their lifeline?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good.
Also, real quick comment. Hey, if I just like blank out real quick, look, my computer about to die. I ain't gonna hold you. Left my charger at work. So look, I'm gonna hop on my phone if it cut off. I ain't gonna hold nobody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you good.
Gotcha.
All right. Man, thank y'all so much for chiming in on that. So we defined it, y'all, tonight as excluding somebody from a society or from a group. We talked about being sensitive to cancel culture. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's reason for canceling is not this jump on the bandwagon type of thing. Like it's probably a legit thing that happened. So we have to be sensitive about cancel culture. We have to understand who we're canceling. Warren just pointed that out. And Dr. Anna will tie in the God concept with cancel culture and things of that nature. Yeah, today we were very transparent about canceling. You know what I'm saying? That's something that we have done in our particular lives, right? So really don't want y'all to think that we are just so oblivious to this. You know what I'm saying? We know we have some type of a footing of cancel culture even in our lives and in our um, way of life. So we also talked about awareness, right? What has heightened this cancel culture? Awareness. People are more aware nowadays. People are more knowledgeable. So we want you all to come back on the third Tuesday of this month. Third Tuesday of this month. I always have to catch my mind. So thank y'all so much for chiming in with us. I'm going to kick it over to Dr. Anna. Dr. Anna, do you have any final words for us today? I had one more question, but I think we can answer that. But I'm gonna leave that to you.
I'm gonna say, final words. Cancel culture is real, but then, like you already said, you need to be mindful of what you're canceling, who, and then why. Right? Leave room for grace, people.
Leave room for grace. I love it. I love it. I love it.
I'm just gonna second what Dr. Bailey said. Just leave room for grace. Be
Yeah.
mindful of all them things. Oh, and then therapist tip. Mindfulness is a non-judgmental, curious view of a person, place, or thing. That's my own personal spin to that definition. So that means that as we're looking at things, we are not taking our personal moralities, our personal judgments. Of course, biblical, if you want to pull out the Bible on it, 100%. But when we're being mindful of it, we're just allowing it to present itself as it is without us interfering and taking away from the potential objection and then become subjection, if that makes sense, because I don't know if it did. I'll be doing that in therapy sometimes. That makes sense. You think?
He just wanted to sound deep today, guys.
First off, doctor, don't do that. Don't do that. Look, talk to y'all like some real ones. You feel me? Okay, do that grace, girl. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Love on people. Don't be canceling nobody. You know what I'm saying? Like that's you know what I'm saying? You feel me?
I got you.
Man, so again, y'all, thank y'all so much. Again, it's been a long day, but we were glad that we were able just to get this opportunity. Dr. Anna said it best: leave room for grace. Warren said he's encouraging us to be mindful. So hey, if you are just hopping on, please go catch the replay. It will be on Facebook, the Bethesda Temple Church Young People's Auxiliary Facebook page, and we're on YouTube under BTC Youth. You will find us, BTC Youth and Young Adults. Thank y'all so much. See y'all. Love y'all so much.